All right. Gary Russell Jr. gets real ignorant with Leo Santa Cruz and his daddy. Let's talk about that craziness in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and come check us out. We do videos pretty much every day. We have live streams Monday through Friday, and on Sunday, OG Boxing Talk with myself, KQC Blood Boxing, and Curtis Anderson. Also, before I do that, I want to say thank you to everybody that watches the video to the end, everybody that supports on Patreon, and the people that support in the live streams. Thank you guys so much for making this channel such a success. Look forward to doing it more. Gary Russell Jr., the WBC 126-pound champion, only has one loss on his record to Vasily Lomachenko. We can't put the O's on Lomachenko's name because Orlando Salido took it, as I like to remind people. But seriously, Vasily Lomachenko is the only person to beat Gary Russell Jr. in his career. An excellent, excellent fighter out of the Washington, D.C. area. And he wants to get a fight with another champion named Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz has been a champion in that division for a good amount of years. And I do believe that he was also fighting at 122 pounds. But the problem with Leo Santa Cruz is that he wants zero smoke with anybody that he thinks might be able to beat him. And that happened with Guillermo Rigondeaux, and it is happening with Gary Russell Jr. right now. So Gary Russell Jr. went a little overboard. And yes, I'm saying it, I believe that he took it a little too far. We know that that calling out fighters is a part of boxing, and it is a well-established part of boxing. And sometimes it really does result in that fighter getting the fight that he wants. Perfect example of it, probably the most well-known example of it, is Muhammad Ali calling out Sonny Liston, chasing him around all over the place, saying, "Fight me, fight me, fight me." Right? A lot of funny stuff, following him with bear traps, parking buses outside of his house, all kind of stuff to aggravate Sonny Liston and get Sonny Liston to fight him. It results in a fight. Muhammad Ali, or Cassius Clay at the time, wins the fight. Also happened with Erislandy Lara and Canelo Alvarez. Erislandy Lara called out Canelo Alvarez and wound up in a fight. So the fact that somebody's calling somebody out, that's part of the sport of boxing, and I applaud that. You should try to push for the fight that you want, especially in today's boxing landscape, because a lot of these guys don't want to fight the tough fight. They trying to hold on to their O as long as they can. And although Leo Santa Cruz, I do not believe has an O. I think he lost to least Carl Frampton, if I recall correctly. You can leave your comment in the comment section if I'm correct. Or if I'm not correct. But Leo Santa Cruz doesn't want to fight Gary Russell Jr. from anything that I can see. He's talking about moving up to 130 pounds to fight Tank Davis, but Tank Davis moved up to 135 pounds now. So, you know Leo Santa Cruz ain't chasing him all the way up to 135 pounds. So what you gonna do, Leo? But here's the problem. On Twitter, or probably on Instagram. I think Instagram is the one where you can upload you can actually upload videos. Gary Russell Jr. went a little far. Leo Santa Cruz's father, as we know, and I certainly hope that he's doing better, he has cancer. And I do believe his cancer is in remission at the moment, but he's still very sick. I saw an interview that he had done on IFL TV. He was at ES News. Shout out to ES News and Ellie Sethback for their interview. Leo Santa Cruz was talking about how his father was doing better, but he still gets, he's still sick. a lot. So, the guy is definitely, he's going through it, right? And we all have, family members that have been ill, one ailment or another ailment. And, that's something that is just really sad and hard in life, So what Gary Russell Jr. did, if you haven't seen it already, is he was talking to his father, right, on camera, put his arm around him, complimented him on the gold change that he was wearing. And then, he was like, yeah, I like that. Then he started talking to his son with his hands around him and said something to the effect of, stop ducking me. And then when he said he stopped ducking me, he took his hand off his father. Gary Russell Jr. took his hands off of Leo Santa Cruz's father and started walking away and talking to the camera like, look, you see I can put my hands, I touched your father, I can find your father. You need to fight me, you need to stop ducking me because it ain't hard to find your father, right? Goading him with, implying that he could do something to his father if he wanted to, right? Lowbrow for show, okay? Not the best thing in the world to do. Tacky. My first reaction is like, man, come on, man. The guy's got cancer. Why would you do that? That's just, to me, that seems to be, that's a little below the belt, man. But clearly, that's what Gary Russell's trying to do. Gary Russell Jr. was trying to get Leo Santa Cruz's attention and really piss off Leo Santa Cruz, because if you're somebody that wants to fight, you put your hands on somebody's parents, you got to fight. You know what I mean? If you got your little sick daddy and somebody puts their hands on or touches or messes with your father, what are you going to do? Your reaction is, and rightly should be, to defend your father, right? So obviously that's what he's trying to do. He had done other things before, so this is not the first time he's done something to Leo Santa Cruz. He did it when he fought the last fight that he fought. I think he might have fought Jojo Diaz, where he had on his back, on the t-shirt, make the fight, Al, with talking about Leo Santa Cruz. He's clearly been wanting Leo Santa Cruz and actively pushing for Leo Santa Cruz, who's also a PBC fighter. So, this for Gary Russell Jr., I'm sure, is a culmination, and it's almost a sign of desperation. Like, look, man, if I gotta do whatever I gotta do to get you in the ring, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do, short of breaking the law and, risking going to jail or something to get you in the ring. So definitely very lowbrow. Definitely, man, just that's pushing that a little too far. Now, he didn't actually, threaten to harm his dad. He didn't say anything that was really bad when he was in the presence of his father, anything like that. His father ducked up underneath his arm and walked away. So, nothing really to it in that regard. But, it's kind of low. But here's the thing now. I don't like that, but come on, man, Leo. Come on, Leo. Stop. This is when Leo Santa Cruz does this, just like when Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares, and Carl Frampton, and those guys who were all fighting each other at 126 pounds, they all left the 122 pounds fight when they should have fought Guillermo Rigondeaux, who was a champion at 122 pounds, and they never gave him that opportunity. They put Guillermo Rigondeaux in a situation because they wouldn't fight him because they didn't think they could win. And matter of fact, everybody knows they ain't gonna beat him. Everybody knew they weren't gonna beat him. So they didn't fight him, and they all had their little, round robin at 122. All had a round robin at 126 pounds. Leo Santa Cruz fought Carl Frampton, and he fought Abner Mares. Just ridiculous, man. And by moving up in weight, avoided a smaller guy that they couldn't beat. Now they're at 126 pounds. In my opinion, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing to Gary Russell Jr., who they can't beat. So, on one hand, the way that Gary Russell Jr. went about it, in this particular instance, that was over the top. Definitely over the top. But I doubt very much that he would have had to go to the point where he had felt like he had to do something over the top if Leo Santa Cruz would just get in the boxing ring and prove who's the better champion. Fight the guy. fight the guy. Let him be able to see, don't stand there in the same weight division as the guy with your belt, right? Making good paydays fighting people when this guy is there trying to prove he's one of the best fighters in boxing. And the only way that he can do that to get the recognition that he believes that he deserves or he wants to fight to earn is to fight the other champions in the division. And if the other champions in the division just won't fight him, that's foul. And what else is he supposed to do? Just sit there and say, well, I guess I'll do like, Guillermo Rigondeaux had to do. Maybe I'll just jump from 130 up to 140 and fight Regis Prograis and prove that I'm great there. Jump up from 126 to 140 and get in a situation where he's got to fight a guy that's much bigger than him to get a fight. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Was Gary Russell did Gary Russell go too far? Does Leo Santa Cruz have any responsibility in this situation by refusing to fight somebody that is another champion? Let me know in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.